जीवनकरी जिवेत्वा अन्न हे पूर्ण ब्रह्म उदरभरण नो हे जानिजे यज्ञ कर्म. This is a prayer said in many Indian households before meals. It means that food is the complete creator of the Purna Brahma and eating is the pinnacle of all rituals. The food that we eat makes us who we are. It provides us with nourishment and keeps us healthy and strong. As the Greek philosopher Hippocrates quoted, "Let food be thy medicine." Now, let me ask you some basics. What is the main source of protein? Whenever we are asked this question, we unanimously and immediately have one answer. Meat. I say a myth. Let us try again. What is the main source of calcium? Milk? Again, my answer is a myth. The food pyramid that we have been taught from our childhood states that we must eat various animal products to enable us to get healthy. But even that's a myth. A 100-gram serving of chicken breast has 20 grams of protein in it, whereas the same amount of black beans has 22 grams of protein in it. Same goes for calcium. 2 cups of kale or spinach have the same amount of calcium as 1 glass of milk. Many of us argue saying meat gives us B12, but even that's not completely true. B12 is a nutrient generated by bacteria found in mud and stream water, but the pollution that we create kills this bacteria. So both meat eaters and vegans don't get enough B12. So it is advised that everyone should take a B12 supplement. Now, if we look at the human anatomy, our digestive system doesn't like meat. Carnivores have short intestinal tracts, which help meat pass through their body quickly. But humans, like other plant eaters, have long intestinal tracts. This gives the body time to break down the fiber and absorb the nutrients. This makes meat digestion a toxic process, where meat has a chance of rotting in our body, thus causing colon cancer. A very common misunderstanding is that our canines are meant for tearing meat. However, if you compare the sharp, triangular and pointed teeth of a carnivore against the square, broad and stout teeth of a human, it shows that humans are not omnivores like they are commonly perceived to be, but in fact are meant to be herbivores. Our brain is a very fussy organ. It only takes glucose for energy. Well, meat is not a very good source of glucose, hence not good brain food. Meat, which is high in cholesterol and saturated fats, forms a plaque in our arteries which slows down blood flow. Over time, this plaque gets bigger and bigger, and then the heart starts to have problems pumping blood to the rest of the body. This eventually leads to coronary heart disease. Now, about the benefits of a plant-based diet. A plant-based diet is high in fiber, which helps prevent constipation and cleans the digestive system. Another benefit of a plant-based diet is that it's the key to better sleep at night. Also, a plant-based diet results in better skin. A recent study stated that a diet full of fruits and vegetables can lower markers of inflammation, cholesterol and blood pressure. Now, those are the benefits of a plant-based diet to us as individuals. But what about the earth? The environmental effects of meat are further alarming. Meat leaves a big footprint on our planet. Each and every single cow produces 246 liters of methane per day. Methane is a really harmful gas as it traps 25 times more heat than carbon dioxide. Cows produce a lot of waste. Just 2,500 dairy cows produce more waste than an entire city of 411,000 people. There are 996 million cows on earth. If each one produced 246 liters of methane per day, do the calculations. That's 245 billion liters of methane per day. Cow poop also contains nitrous oxide, which has 300 times the greenhouse gas effect of carbon dioxide. Every single minute, 1 acre of the Amazon forest is cleared, most just for raising cattle. Cattle consumes 30% of our land and 1/3 of our freshwater supply. We use 8 times more land for feeding animals than for feeding humans. An average milking cow eats 15 kg of food and drinks a shocking 132 liters of water per day. It takes 7,500 liters of water just to make 500 grams of beef, whereas it only takes 550 liters of water to make the same amount of wheat. Sad it is that kids in some countries have to suffer from hunger, thirst and malnutrition when the resources are used to feed the cattle. Cattle is a leading cause for species extinction, ocean dead zones, water pollution, habitat destruction, climate change and carbon emissions. Even wildfires are caused because of animal agriculture. The recent Australian bushfires that destroyed acres and acres of forest and killed millions of animals was caused because of animal agriculture. Now, you might be thinking, how are the two things related? Well, for making space for animals and cattle, forests and trees are cleared. So lesser trees, more greenhouse gases like methane. Greenhouse gases were the leading cause for the recent Australian bushfires. A person who follows a plant-based diet produces the equivalent of 50% less carbon emissions and produces 1/11 the oil, 1/13 the water and 1/18 the land compared to a meat-eating person. In 1 acre of land, you can choose to either grow 110 kilograms of beef or 11,340 kilograms of veggies. Now, I can understand converting to veganism can be hard. All the juicy meat can be really hard to give up. As for me, I was a very avid meat eater and hence I found it extremely hard to give up my meat cravings. But then I saw this video of an animal getting killed in a slaughterhouse. And then it dawned upon me, the number one reason why we should not eat meat is because we are killing an animal, making it bleed to death just for a steak. After that, my resolution has been rock solid. Today I am celebrating my first monthly anniversary as a vegetarian. And now I'll tell you the secret to being vegetarian and not missing meat at all. You have to hit the right amount of spices and flavor. And that is it. That is the secret to being vegetarian. Anyone who is vegan or vegetarian is an environmentalist just because of the sheer amount of oil, land, carbon emissions and water that they save. I would like to give credit to the folks over Nice, Game Changers and Cowspiracy for inspiring me. So next time, choose the beetroot.